All right, let's get this shirt up. Uh-oh. Oh God, who tacked this? Oh man. Oh. Hey folks, Matt from Printavo here today at M&R to give you a quick tip on how to use your proper pallet adhesive. Now there's lots of adhesives, so make sure you use the right one for the right process of what you're doing. Today we're going to be using a basic apply tack, oftentimes called a roll tack, right? You spread it on, use a card to spread it over. We'll go over how to do that. It's going to be great for your t-shirts, especially long runs. You might want to look into different spray adhesives for other use cases. Oftentimes a web tack is going to be used for things like fleece, sweaters, anything with that nappy or pill to make sure it actually holds it down. Again, we want to get the right amount of hold down, not over hold down, then you get like that nasty peel off on the inside, right? Enough hold down to keep it down for printing, but easy enough to pop off that pallet and run down the dryer. Keep production rates high, but make sure you're taking care of getting good shirts off the press. So we've gone ahead and placed our shirt down. We know the screens are in reg, but there might not be enough tack on this shirt. So let's see what happens when we print, especially an underbase white on top of a shirt without enough tack. Come down here, go ahead and pull that. Give it a second pull just to make sure I got all that ink cleared. And I'm already seeing it's not really popping off, right? So if I come down here and I lift it up, uh-oh, we can see it's pulling that shirt up as we go. So now, if you notice, it's got some ripples and some bubbles. I'm not gonna be able to register that to any other screen now, right? This is gonna have to be a one color print because it lifted right off. We wanna make sure that we're always keeping it taut down, not overly tacked, right? But we wanna give it the right amount of tack to hold it down so every screen can register perfectly. Right now though, we wanna go ahead and continue a run of t-shirts. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean these pallets off, get brand new pallet peel on them. We'll go ahead and use this water-based tack onto it, spread it around. We'll show you how to do it here. All right, so I've removed the old pallet tape. I'm gonna go ahead and put some new pallet tape on. Now we're gonna do a little bit of a quick tip within a quick tip and show you how I like to put pallet tape on. So I put it right at the edge here. I get a little extra lip and I roll it forward like this using my arms. And then I like to leave a little bit of a lip over the edge just to give me a little bit more to grip on when I need to go actually remove that pallet tape the next time. I then make sure to push that down right there on the edge, and then I just go ahead and roll this back until I get to that spot where it's at the edge of the pallet, right? Pull it taut right at the edge of the pallet. Then I'm gonna go ahead and use my blade, safely of course, safety first, then friendship. Go ahead and chop that right there. Then I'm gonna use this to flatten it out and make sure I've got a nice smooth, and if I have anything back here, like a little ripple, I can go ahead and just smooth that bad boy out. I'm gonna go ahead and cut along these edges, but I'm gonna leave that little back lip to make my life a little easier when it comes to pulling this tape off later on. Now I can go ahead and just tuck this behind, so when I'm ready to go ahead and remove that pallet tape, I'm not trying to struggle with, oh, I don't have a thumbnail, I can't get the edge. I can just go ahead and peel it off the back, grab this, and now I can get a much more even and concise pull to make that changeover happen a lot quicker and reduce my downtime. All right, so again, we're gonna be using this water-based apply tack. I like to use this, you can put it in a little ketchup bottle like this, get a little ketchup top, and any kind of card. You can use old business cards you don't want. These cards, scrape cards are great. And I go ahead and I apply just a little bit across the entire thing, right? Not too much, not too little. I'm gonna take this card and I'm going to simply spread it around the entire pallet, right? Now, if I'm about to do a left chest print only, I might only focus on tacking the left chest area, right? I don't necessarily need to worry about everything else. But if I'm doing a full print, I'm gonna go ahead and try to tack the entire image area of it pretty well. Important step, really, really important step. You do not, I repeat, you do not put a shirt right on this right now. You're gonna end up ripping that pallet tape off on the inside of that shirt. Instead, what we wanna do, this is a good use case for anytime using a roll tack like this. We're gonna get it underneath that flash for about 5 seconds. What we really wanna do is make sure that we're hitting about 280 degrees on that flash. Let me go ahead and get this flash to go. So now I come through here and I can see there's nothing wet I'm not picking up any actual moisture, right? But I have good tack. This is ready to go. We can start printing t-shirts. So as you know, overtacking can lead to some serious messes, ripped shirts, falling over, all sorts of nonsense. But even if you have just a little too much tack, you can still suffer some pretty bad consequences. For one, the time it takes to pull the shirt off the pallet and the amount of energy it exerts. Whether you're running a manual or an auto, that's still physical energy. The more taxed you get physically doing that day in and day out, the more you're gonna be worn down throughout that shift. As you tire, so does your actual speed and your output rate, right? On top of that, when you go to take something like this great image, it's a perfectly round circle, very light, looks good. With something like this, I have to worry about elongation as I pull it off the pallet. Not only with circles, but if you got like a box or a straight line, if you don't hold those lines, the customer's gonna notice, right? So if I take this and it's a little bit, I can tell already it's a little bit too tacked, right? I can like try to like ease my way off of it and try to get it not to elongate too much. You'll see it looks a little bit more like a badge shape, right? It's lost its perfect roundness because we over-tacked that pallet still. So we want to find the right spot between not enough tack and too much tack to have it just right. So it holds the shirt, we have registration, we can easily peel it off without having to worry about elongation, distortion, or ripping the shirt. All right, so when we find that sweet spot between not too much or not enough tack, we're able to actually print a job quickly, effectively, and we can always pull that shirt off without too much struggle, right? A nice little pop should be able to get that shirt right off and onto the dryer. No elongation of the print, no hurting your muscles all day long to do it, and also more importantly, no crazy fuzzy inside for the customer to put on and have like stiff spots or glue, right? So hopefully this video was helpful for you. I'd love to know more about how you tack on your pallets in your shop. Leave the comments below. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks, see you soon.
It's so warm.